Hey, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts Weinstein, and today we're going to talk about, do you need a registered agent for your small business? First, let's talk about what's a registered agent. A registered agent is some person or entity, like another company, who agrees to accept legal filings on your behalf. So if someone is going to sue you or something, then they can be served those legal filings and then they would turn around and give it to you. So when I say it's a person or an entity, it can be a human person or it can be a company that you hire to be your registered agent. Now, why would you need a registered agent? Because every business doesn't need to have a registered agent. Typically, when you're forming an LLC or corporation, the state will require that you have a registered agent listed in those formation documents. Also, if you're an out-of-state LLC or corporation and you're applying to do business in a particular state, they will also require you to have a registered agent in that state with a physical location in that state. So what are the options available for a registered agent? So you could be your own registered agent. Okay, if you have an office, a physical location, a house in your state where you're doing those filings to the government, you have a physical location and you're a human person and you can be the registered agent. Now, it's not your company that's being the registered agent for itself. It's you, the human person, being the registered agent. You can also have another human person be a registered agent. Sometimes another lawyer or an accountant will be the registered agent for a business. The other big option is to hire a company where all they do is being registered agent. So there are companies that provide many different services, and there are some companies that provide mailbox services will do registered agent, and there's some companies that all they do is registered agent stuff. You pay them an annual fee and they'll provide that service for you. So what are the pluses and minuses of hiring somebody else to be your registered agent? Well, on the minus side, you have to pay the money. The fee for hiring someone to do registered agent services for you is typically like $99 a year to $129 a year, somewhere in there. There are companies that charge a lot more, and there is no reason to pay someone $500 a year or something to do this because it's a really simple service. Typically, these companies will also provide extra services for you as part of the package. Sometimes they'll also be your mailbox service, but you have to look into whether or not they'll accept mail that's not related to official registered agent stuff. But sometimes they'll do that. Sometimes they will also provide reminders to you. So if you have an annual filing requirement in your state, which you probably do, to file an annual report or statement of information or something like that, they'll send you email reminders or even mail reminders of those deadlines. And then also, if you're considering whether or not you want to have an outside registered agent versus having one that is just yourself, one of the advantages of having an outside registered agent is that your home address is not then on a public database. If you have an office location, this is different. But if you're working from home, if you have some kind of virtual or mobile business, an online business, your only location is your house or apartment. And if you are your own registered agent, that's listed in a public database. If you want to keep that private, one way to do that is to have a registered agent service provide that address for you. So why get a registered agent that's not you? The number one reason my clients will use a registered agent service is for privacy. They don't want their home address on a public database. The other reason is because sometimes you're not allowed to have a business in your home or apartment because of your landlord has it in the lease that you're not allowed to have a business there, or because you have a homeowners association in your area and they don't allow people to run businesses out of their home. And in that case, you do not want your home address to appear in any public databases. The final reason that people get a registered agent that's not just themselves is because they're not in that state. If you're registering in a different state than where you're physically located, either because you live somewhere else or because you're traveling around, you can't use your own address, right? So you have to have a registered agent who has a physical location in that state where you're registering. Again, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts Weinstein. If you have any questions about getting a registered agent or would like a link to registered agent, I have that below and you can ask your question below. If you found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up button and then subscribe for more tips for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Thanks a lot, you guys.